In this video, I'm going to talk about the 3 big mistakes that care providers or business owners do by not creating their own community to get private clients. Now, I'm really for building communities, and I think that we are today forgetting about building a community, and that is by visiting our community. We tend to think that we can just sit at our desk, for example, or rely on the internet to give us work, or rely on adverts to give us work, or rely on the phone to just suddenly miraculously ring by someone seeing your post on social media. But what's happening on social media is that everyone is fishing for the same thing, and we're all fishing in the same bowl, and I mean a fishing bowl. When I say where fishes swim, they're in a bowl, and everyone is fighting for the crumbs that get put into the fishing bowl, for example. So in today's video, I want you to listen to the end of this video, because I talk about what you can do to build your community, what you can do to really grow your business to get private clients. Because I think all too often is that we create this thing where we're relying on the internet instead of going out and experiencing the shores in our community. Like I said, we're so reliant on the internet and focusing on how we can get clients through that way. So we've become like the fishers in a small fishbowl, and you don't want that for your business. If you are a law firm, accountancy firm, or a care business owner, for example, then you've got to learn to go back to basics and go and visit your community and talk to your community. See what it is that they need. See what's lacking in the community, because that is how you can also get private paid clients, for example, where they can actually enhance you. They can give you work by you getting to know who they are and building a relationship up with them. Because by you visiting them, by you visiting the community, you can get to see who your community is and what the needs are of the community, for example. And I'm in this beautiful place here in Cyprus. Look at this. Look how beautiful that this is. And I'm so grateful to be here. But I also know from even when I was a child, my father taught me, Marcus, he taught me how to know your community, how to talk and communicate. And that's what he did in the old days. As children, we were out playing. We were out playing every single day. And we knew each other. We knew the parents. We would play football. We would play games. We would go to our community centers that was around. And my father would take us there because you could have functions going on there, for example, and then you're getting to know who is in your community. And at the same time, depending on what it is that you do, if you're working with if your clients are elderly, then go to places where elderly people hang out, like, for example, the day centers, the daycare centers, the community centers. Go and visit them. Because even whether you are a care business, whether you are an accountant, whether you are a lawyer, listen, by you just staying at your desk, your job is at risk, because AI is here. But AI can't beat human connection. And if you go out and meet your community and get to know who your community is and what they need, what is lacking, then you can then get to know who they are. And guess what? When they need your services, instead of going onto a website, they're going to go to you because they've met you, they know you, they've grown with you as you've met them, week by week, month by month. Hold an event, go and talk to your community and see what the needs are in that community, what is lacking for them. Now, like I said, people are just making too many mistakes. They think that people are just going to find you miraculously by going on your website, but you know how many other websites that they've got to look at to compete with you, for example. Whereas if you go and meet the community, then get to know who they are and see what is missing, and then you can be the solution that they need when they need you at that perfect time, for example. I think it's something that is lost now. We're so reliant, just like our children, for example, they're so reliant on the internet. They're just staying indoors. They're not going out like how it used to be. We didn't have a choice to be indoors because we'd have to go out. Our parents would say, go out and play. So we need to do the same as business owners. So whether you are a manager, whether you are an executive, whether you are an accountant, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are a care provider, whether you are a care manager, you need to do this. You need to go out and meet your community. If you own a care home, for example, go out and meet your community so they get to know who you are. And then once they know who you are, when they need help, guess who they're going to come to? They're going to come to you. And when you go to your community and you talk with your community to find out what is lacking and what the needs are, then whilst you're there, help them with any paperwork, anything that they're struggling with, help them and do it for free. You don't charge. You help the vulnerable people for free so that they know that you can be trusted as well. Because it's not just about money, it is about relationship and it's about building community. We've got to stop just sticking in the office, being on our phones, expecting that we've got an advert and people are going to just come run into us through that. Whereas when you go into the community and meet who they are, who you want to work with, that is true relationship. And let me tell you something, AI cannot do that. AI cannot be the human that you are. You've got that special touch. So you don't need to be worried about AI and whether AI is going to take your job, because it can't, because you're the human. And if you meet another human that needs help, they're going to want to come to you and use you as a provider. Whether, like I said, whether you're a law firm, whether you're an accountant, whether you're a care business owner, human to humans, we need to be connected because we can heal each other. You can hold monthly events just for free. Not saying you charge, you hold a monthly event and you can then meet your community, find out what the needs are, what is lacking, and meet that need. And when they need your services, they're going to come to you. They're not going to go online. They're not going to call someone. Guess who they're going to call? They'll call you because you've built that relationship up. Now, don't expect that when you go once or twice that someone's going to come running to you, because they need to get to know you. So you're going to have to keep showing up, whether that's once a week, whether that's once every 2 weeks or once a month, and do something educational where you can help people, or you can help them by completing a form, or if you're a lawyer, a law firm, you can talk about perhaps lasting power of attorneys. You can talk about wills and trust. If you're an accountant, you can help people with their finances. For example, if you are a care provider, you can help people to understand what type of care is needed, for example, and when should people look for a care provider, and what is a good care provider, for example. And you can also help support the carers who are looking after vulnerable people, because they need support as well. And this is why I am doing so much talk about community, because everybody is just thinking that they can just sit in their office and think that the phone is going to ring and they're going to get clients. Now, with my businesses many years ago, I used to go out into the community to build relationships. My father, Marcus, he used to be a fisherman. Many years ago in Jamaica, they had this fishing port where they would fish, for example, and he would sell fish every single day. My dad was all about communication, and he taught us how to gut fish and scrape them and things like that. So I'm actually here at a fishing port in Cyprus. You can see this. Can you see behind me, for example? And this is important for you, because you don't want to seem like you're just like a fish in a fish bowl. You need to get out into the shore to really find what you need to help your business survive, because AI is here, and yes, it seems to be like it's taking over, but if you are strategic and you plan things correctly, then you will not be left out. There's so much out there, but you just got to meet people and stop staying indoors, get some fresh air, and see who is around in your community and what you can do to help and serve. Now, I had a phone call the other day. Someone needed help. I went and helped them, and I did it for free, because at the end of the day, we have to help support one another as human beings. And this is where, like I said, we stand out. We become different. We become elite. We become back to basics. It's like we need to go back in time, like how we used to do things in the old days, by going out into the community. Remember the cricket clubs? Remember the football clubs? There's all these different clubs, etc. Golf clubs. You can go and do a free event, or maybe they may charge you 20 quid or something, and you do teas and coffees, and people will come to you because they'll want to know about certain thing that is troubling them. You find out where their pain points are, you find out what the need is, for example, and you also are then able to provide that need. You're able to support them when they need the support at the most important time in their lives. So what I'm doing, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I am going to be going live tonight. It'll be up to 1 hour, for example, and I'm going to be talking to you about how to build a thriving community for your business. It's time to get out of the office. Directors, managers, executives, get out of the office and meet your community, because you are missing out on this in a massive way, and they need your support. So that's it for today's video. Do like and subscribe, and I hope that you have enjoyed what I've had to say today. But look at this beautiful place behind me. It's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? So, like I said, click like and subscribe, and I'll join you tonight at 7 p.m. UK time. That's 2 p.m. American time. and I will go further into what I've said today. So have a wonderful day, everyone. Take care. Bye.